Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Lebanon Utility Service Board meeting for June 17th, 2026. We're going to bring the meeting to order. First call of business is to Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
A couple housekeeping items before we get started. One is we are expecting some weather, maybe not the worst of it till later, but if we do happen to get a tornado signal, we will adjourn and head to the basement of this building. The second of those is we have a hard stop at 6 o'clock. There's actually another meeting in here, so we do need to move fairly quickly through our agenda topics this evening. That having been said, our first agenda topic is the approval of minutes from June 3rd, 2026. Any questions, comments from the board? If not, do I hear a motion?
Make a motion we approve the minutes for June 3rd, 2026.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. The second item, our bid opening and reading for the 69 kV circuit breakers for the proposed substation south of town. We have Jeff and Sam.
How many total do we have?
Yeah, how many bids do we have come in?
Looks like we have 2 for the transformer and 1 for the 69 breakers.
Which one are you looking at first?
So the first one we're going to announce is the 69 kV circuit breaker, delivered by Hitachi. With a total bid of $139,255 per unit.
How many units are there?
3.
Okay.
That was whose bid?
That was the only bid.
That was the only bid, Hitachi.
The circuit breakers.
Hitachi for the breakers, okay.
Via ABB.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not making any decisions today.
Yeah, we're not
just
making,
opening
so
bids,
we can go ahead and go to the net, well, any comments from board members?
That's the only bid we got, so.
Yeah. Any comments from our public? Okay, let's move to agenda item 5, the bid opening and reading for the transformer for the substation. This is 2 vendors, Hitachi and whom?
I think it's a Virginia transformer.
Yeah, Hitachi and Virginia. So Virginia is first. And this comes out to $1,296,208 for 1 unit.
It's just a single unit substation, right?
Yeah, this is just the transformer for the
Right.
substation.
No, but we'll have just a single transformer, right?
For right now.
For now,
yeah.
We're planning on having a large enough property to plan for 2 in the future. For the property to be able to hold 2 in the future.
Okay, good.
Kind of look like what our north sub kind of looks like right now.
Okay, this one is for Hitachi, and it is $1,445,850.
Okay.
What's that number again?
This most recent one is $1,445,850.
You.
Okay, so prior to approving those purchases, you guys will go back and make sure specs and everything line up?
Yeah, so I think
Apples versus apples, all that?
the plan for this is we're going to go over it with our engineering consultant, and then at that time, I think we'll plan for a working session, kind of explain everything that we went through and what we came to, and ultimately make a recommendation to the board. So.
Okay. Questions from the board? Public comment regarding the bid opening?
Something from David.
Something about this also. One
one of the reasons why we've probably had so few bids is we had a lot of stipulations in here because we do need this substation to get started. So we had 2-year lead times, and that was our cutoff. If you couldn't meet that, then we didn't want to accept the bid because I heard from people, they were like 3 and 4 years out. And so we just can't plan that for 4 years in the future. We need it probably within the next 2, we need to be done. So I just thought I would tell you, that's probably why, one of the reasons why we only have a few bids.
Our timeline's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so our COVID issues with regards to transformers persist in
We did
2026.
have a couple vendors
For
come
these
back.
large ones, yeah.
We did have a couple come back and actually say they couldn't put in a bid because they couldn't meet the time
Meet the
frame.
timeline?
Yeah.
Yep, hope it catches up someday.
Yeah.
Same here. Thank you.
Okay. Next agenda item, 2026 Q3 fuel adjustment. David?
So normally Sandra does this, but she elected me to do it. And even though I tried to get out of it. So if we would want to share this. 2 weeks ago, we received a Q3 fuel adjustment tracker from O.W. Cronin. The report has been reviewed by our CFO, billing, myself, and the Finance Committee. One of the things that we like to show is how it will affect our residential customers with this increase. Just keep in mind that it's only a small portion of the bill. It's only affecting the tracker itself. And so it is a negative 15% in the tracker. So as we can see here, that the current residential customer, the average bill is going to go down by $3.55 based on this tracker.
It's noteworthy that we make note of it every quarter when we do this, but the tracker can go up and can go down.
It can. And Tim actually asked Sandra last time about the sawtooth motion of this tracker, and she spent 45 minutes in a meeting with them trying to better understand it, and then she made me sit in there for 45 minutes to better understand it too. We do understand it a little bit better now of why the tracker adjusts the way it does. Some key points, we use a 2-part tracker, which means each rate class has their own. A lot of municipals use a 1-part where everyone gets affected. We found that it's not really fair to residential if industrial customers need to go up, because then everyone would have to go up. So the 2-part actually works for us a lot better with our rate classes that we currently have. The other effect is it looks back 6 months and then predicts 6 months in the future. So it's taking everything that we used 6 months ago and saying, well, you probably are going to average that again in 6 months. So it just gives us this up and down all the time. You'll get a negative 10%, and then you'll get a 9% positive. So it kind of does that sawtooth motion. Unfortunately, if they would go back a year, it would probably help that, but they just do 6 months worth of data. So you have businesses that move in, some move out. In that time, you have winter, summer months, heating and cooling is different. So unfortunately, that's what we're kind of left with. It is the most accurate, though, to do this sawtooth. Just keep in mind, they gave us some scenarios of this flat rate, and it would affect residential more than it is now, just with the increases, because they're picking up the industrial load, too. Any questions?
Questions from the board?
I appreciate your trying to
Yeah.
better understand and educate us and the public about why these changes are so fluctuating.
Thanks.
Thanks to our IMPA friends.
Yeah.
No, they do a great job for us. All right. No other questions for David? Any questions from the public? Any public comment? All right, do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the 2026 third quarter fuel adjustment tracker with an effective date of June, July July, August, and September of 2026.
Second.
Other comments? Go ahead, Aaron. Oh, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Our new SCADA system. Thank you. Sam.
Hello again. So I am going to go in the spirit of time. I'm going to go pretty quick over this. But the electric leadership team, David, Jeff, and myself have kind of sat down and assessed where we are with our current SCADA system and decided that it's probably time to move forward with a new regime that we have in there. We also have the current SCADA system is a little bit difficult to use and not as user-friendly. So we are proposing to move on to the Novatech system. We have met with our current SCADA system provider within the last 2 weeks to just kind of talk and try and hash out some issues. And some things didn't really sound great to us, such as any training that we would have to do would have to be paid for, even though we are a current user for that system. There's no complimentary training to try and get us at least to be able to use some of the factors that we can use within that SCADA system. So right now we have a system that we can't really operate and use to its full ability, and that's something that we desperately need, especially to monitor the load growth and everything going on within our system. So some things that this Novatech system will provide for us is it'll improved functionality within us as management of the electric team. Enhanced support services, so we do get a certain amount of support, complimentary, like I mentioned before, within training and then tech services as well. If we were to need any assistance on that tech side as well, we would get some of that complimentary as opposed to nothing that we get right now. Everything that we get from our current provider, we have to pay for. So I think that is something that looking forward and into the future, I think is a benefit to us as well. It's going to also provide some flexibility for us as a team and give us some remote capabilities to turn on some things within the system going ahead. Also some reclosers that we currently have on our system, we would be able to kind of monitor those as well. Potentially down the road, we could turn those into automatic switches for us, and we can control them with this SCADA system. So that is something that we're kind of looking at as we get into the future, and we're kind of assessing where we're at as far as our system. If we need more reclosers, those would be compatible with this system too. So that's something that we are looking at. So I'm requesting that the board approve the purchase and the implementation of the Novatech SCADA system in the amount of $83,932 in the capital. It is included in the current approved capital budget. So if you have any questions, I'd be able to answer those right now, but that's what I'm asking for.
I have a question.
Yeah.
That seems like a low number to me. Do we have SCADA infrastructure in place?
Yeah, so
that
this
this will be reading?
Yes, so this would essentially be a plug-and-play system. So anything that we have from our substation, we would be able to essentially just plug in to whatever our monitors are at the system. Any upgrades are included in this package as well. I think the proposal from Novatech was included in the board packet, so you should have all of that information as well. It's really not a whole lot that we need to upgrade on our own end to be able to use this system the way it should be used and utilized.
How many components are there in the entire system, would you say?
So we have a component at every substation. So that's something, and then we'll have a master back at the electric garage. So
Okay, so
roughly 6.
So these components in this proposal represent the entire components in the system?
It would cover the entire system, the entire electric system. We would be able to pull voltage readings, amp readings remotely. We would be able to If a crew is working on a system, we could put it in hotline tag from remotely as well, so from the office. So from a safety perspective, that can kind of help us out as well. Putting my other safety hat on and not the electric project manager, that's something that appeases to us as well, I think, and it's going to help us going forward, just in the communication realm as well. And like I said, the reclosers being able to look at that and diagnose where we have issues on our system, it's going to help and give us all of the data that we need to kind of compile that. Right now, we aren't able to get that data.
So those relatively few contact points throughout our system provides a whole bunch of data, even though there's not that many.
It's there for us right now. We just do not have the capabilities to get that and retrieve that data. It is there for us right now.
So your existing equipment is not capable of doing that?
We have not been able to be provided the training, just because it adds up. The cost adds up to be able to go through that training, to be able to do that. And we felt with a new regime that this is the time to make a switch to something that's a little bit more user-friendly. And Ed, you may be able to answer some of the questions on that as well.
Yeah, let me chime in here, because the existing system, it's a good system, but it's built for a company much larger than ours, where their training is more geared towards someone who is maybe an IT expert, who has a full-time job with their 25 to 30 substations around a city that they can go and program every day. Whereas we have much fewer than that. We have much fewer and tags, and the training, like I had 2 linemen go to a training a few years ago trying to get the situation sorted out. And they wanted to go to soup to nuts on about 10 different trainings, and the starter one was how to draw on the computer screen substations, which is not something we wanted. We wanted them to set us up.
Yeah.
So I don't want to mention the vendors. I'm not really picking on them because they're a good vendor. They're just not for us.
That's exactly right. Every conversation that we had with them was positive. It was just they couldn't meet the needs of a municipal utility of our size. Like Ed said, they're used to working with massive users, and we are not to that scale.
Yeah,
So
we
you're going to
couldn't-
surplus the old equipment, or what are you going to do with it?
So the old equipment will be just surplused, yes. But essentially, we will be able to reuse some of this equipment and just install the new software to it, so.
Yeah, it's computer stuff. So
Yeah,
that
so
old equipment's from.
yeah,
was put in
there really
2000.
isn't.
Probably out of date.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
really
2000.
isn't much that we need to change out. As far as new equipment goes, we can, like I said, it can be pretty much plug and play for what we have.
Any impact to operations when we do the change?
No, they're going to provide complimentary training for us, so it's going to help us more than, I mean, the impact would be on the positive side for us operationally. I mean, especially with an event like we're going to potentially see tonight, if we had this in place right now, it would greatly help
Maybe I
us.
didn't ask it the right way. In the field, we're going to make changes with the equipment. How is that going to impact when that equipment is operating, when we make the change in the field at a substation?
So that is something that we will have to do a little training on. And it's something that we don't have to access right away. So this is something that we can slowly roll out,
Okay.
that we don't have to, go 100% right away. It's something that I think the three of us would prefer to ease into anyway. So I think that's something that, and eventually I think we want to train our 2 or 3 line foremen that we have to use this software as well. And from everything that we've seen, it's going to be able to be something that anybody in our line department is going to be able to use. So.
Good.
Let me add one thing, is just to make it like concrete, is last summer we had an outage where the central sub tripped. The whole substation tripped off, and we didn't know why. And we had to wait till the next day till we could get Phil from IMPA to reroute, come down here and plug his laptop into equipment at the substation to see what happened. And after the fact, it was difficult to tell. With this new equipment, we would know in real time what was happening. And I see Jeff McNew getting up. He might be able to add some bells and whistles to that. So.
I was just going to input that, one of the biggest features of having a SCADA system is when in our emails we get notified when there's an event on a circuit. And here lately, even you've experienced a few at your house, that circuit is not telling us when
Right.
it happens. And we don't know why, we don't know how to fix it, and we have to pay to find out how to fix it or to have someone come fix it. So if we start fresh with this system, it'll all work from the beginning. We'll know how to do it if something goes wrong, and if something does go wrong, we can have them come in and fix the system for us because it's included in the package.
Okay, good.
That's one of the biggest benefits.
And
Yeah, we have other users that we got recommended this, other municipalities locally that we talked to and they're comfortable with, I think.
yeah, I reached out to a few of my IMPA contacts, and Lawrenceburg is one who's just implemented this, and they couldn't be happier. So that is something, they said any issues that we've had have been on their side via the way that they're backhauling all their information, and it hasn't been a Novatech issue, so.
Good. Any other discussion? Any comments from the public? All right, do I hear a motion?
Move to approve the purchase and implementation of the Novatech SCADA system in the amount not to exceed $83,932.
Second.
Discussion? We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.
Sam, you can be relieved of duty.
Thank you.
Ryan, water, wastewater, GIS assistance. Hope this is updates.
It is. Yes, this is a request for GIS assistant updates for water, wastewater. This includes updating our as-built as we get them in off of construction sites, making sure that what we have on GIS is accurate with what's in the ground. Also, updating new neighborhoods as they go in so they can be in real time and not, right now we have a pretty good delay on that. And also training with staff on how to update items in the field and putting real-time information in where you can go down to information as low as when you flush a hydrant, what some of the tests are in there. So continuing that, this would be on an on-call as-needed basis. So as we need assistance for, this would be split evenly between water and wastewater, we would be able to access that and set up times to help with updates and training.
When you see as-built as they come in now, what's your lag time for before you're seeing them get in GIS?
Right now, about 6 months.
Okay.
We'd like to get that within about 90 days, ideally. But we got to get caught up. That's the biggest problem, is we're behind. So I think once we get caught up and as we get that in, we can update that pretty quickly.
So we don't rely on BF&S to input the data. We do it ourselves?
We're trying to do more ourselves, and that's what this is for. Traditionally, they had done most of that. Now, with having a project manager and staff training, we're going to be able to do quite a bit of that in-house. This is just for their assistance instead of us sending everything and them doing all of it.
Okay, so we're looking to do more in-house, okay.
Yes.
All right. Other questions? Public comment? All right, do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve the GIS assistant with Butler, Framer, and Cipher for a not to exceed amount of $40,000 to be evenly split between the water and wastewater departments.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of claims, payroll, and transfers dated today. Hear a motion?
I move to approve the claims, payroll, and transfers dated June 17th, 2026 in the amount of $2,364,294.92 for claims and payroll and $1,734,371.83 for transfers.
Second.
Other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Jeff McNews, back up. Right on,
Just a-
cowboy?
Just a quick little update. So we had told you previously that we were going to the rodeo down in Alabama, and we did. We had a great time. The four of us, two of us went on the Friday events, two on the Saturday events. hot as could be there, and we struggled. We fought, we made it through, and we did a good job. We learned a lot of new ways to do things, ways to do things faster in the future, but we really enjoyed just representing us and the community and the company while we were there, and we look forward to doing it again in the future. I've taken pictures. I can do this again one day, but we were caught up with storm prep today, so didn't have anything prepped to show you, but I do have them. If anyone ever wants to stop by, or we can do this again at a board meeting again, and I'll show you some, but I got all kinds of stuff. So we appreciate you allowing us to go, and everybody just really enjoyed it, and they look forward to the next one.
I just want to say I'm really proud of these guys, that this shows their esprit de corps. This is like a rescue race for their linemen down on a pole. I mean, this is the kind of thing where they build their skills and they learn stuff, and it shows that they're motivated, and we have some really good linemen. So thank you.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Yep.
Any other business? Ed?
No, sir. Did you have something? Okay.
All right. So before we close, want to open the floor for opportunity for anyone from the public to speak. Please just, your name, your residence, please. We're doing okay on time. We'd like to limit it to a couple minutes if we could.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. My name's Lou Ann Baker. I'm a resident of Pike Township on the other side of the county line, 7627 Noel Forest Lane. Thank you for the opportunity to comment. Thank you as well for your effort at improving the opportunity for the public to share input with you as well with the recent adjustments with your meetings. Very much appreciated. Overall, just wanted to take a second to express our gratitude for your looking at other alternatives and options for your wastewater discharge since the announcement that you made on May the 1st. We understand Christopher Burke Engineering is completing a study that's due to you soon that will help your utility make some additional evaluations of options that are available that may not have been considered previously, particularly looking at the outfall at Prairie Creek that serves your existing wastewater treatment plant. We are hopefully enthusiastic that there is additional flow that can be accepted by that stream, and we will look forward to any public sharing of that information as soon as it becomes available. We'd also like to note, we've chatted with your staff about looking at White Lick Creek as a potential alternative as well to accept that discharge. Not sure exactly what all alternatives you are considering, but that is a small stream which accepts flow from Whitestown, does then flow to the White River, which would return at least part of the source water from citizens from Marion County back into that original Upper White River watershed. We would also note we've gotten a lot of questions from folks in Zionsville based on the article that was recently in the Star about the alternatives that are being considered that you all have shared for some time now. We have directed those questions to Ryan and his email address for wastewater project questions online. A lot of folks in that town are just coming to understand what opportunities may be presented to their city parks as well as they were to us at Eagle Creek. Thank you for the opportunity to comment. We appreciate the work you're doing, and we look forward to learning more at the earliest opportunity.
Evening. My name is Donna Blair. I live at 4601 Pine Park Lane, 46268 in Indianapolis. I am here to make a request for transparency with the discharge plans prior to applying for permitting from IDEM. Those of us who use Eagle Creek Park and obtain our drinking water from the reservoir are opposed to the total volume discharge going back into the reservoir, even from the upstream standpoint. Thank you for your consideration, and we hope you continue to allow open dialogue with this concern.
Any other public comment? Our next board meeting will be on Wednesday, July 8th, in this room at 5 PM. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
Second.
Those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
We are adjourned.